It's silly, but, I'm in a youthful environment. I want to feel youthful.
Well, if it's important to you, I'll support you. But why didn't you tell me about it earlier?
Well, for the same reason that those formulas that dye hair do it gradually. I mean, it's the kind of thing you want people to notice, but not to be able to pinpoint.
I didn't know.
If she spits up pea soup and her head spins around, we're in big trouble.
It is the consensus of the committee that the promoter's petition for the outdoor Menudo concert be denied. Next on the agenda is the proposal.
Thanks.
Oh, damn! Those Donaldson boys must have moved that sign from the Mackenzie's front lawn and stuck it on ours.
Then this is all a mistake.
Yeah, but this sure isn't. Oh.
Blanche, what if nobody asked me to dance?
Now, Dorothy, think. If there's somebody out there who is willing to dance with the corpses, somebody willing to dance with you.
Blanche, wait. Listen, I think maybe this wasn't such a good idea.
Nonsense! I promise you're gonna have...
This is so sad. We were all so lonely, and then by a miracle we found...
Goodbye.
Oh, that's my favorite line. Dorothy, you'll be sorry.
Oh, Ma, come on, we liked each other. He's a funny, warm, giving man. He made me laugh. I am seeing him.
All right, go ahead, meet your adulterer. But remember, you were brought up a lady. Keep both your feet on the floor.
Wonderful! I just had the best night's sleep.
Blanche, it's 4 a.m.
What? Oh, for heaven's sake, I don't believe it. Do you know what happens if I don't spend 8 hours in bed?
Iranian guys write their cousins back home and tell them not to come?
No, I simply cannot function the next...
Okay.
Oh, no, the power lines must be down.
That's just great. I got 10 pounds of fresh clams in the refrigerator.
How's Sophia?
Well, she's over that crazy idea about Sicily, but she's still very concerned about going to jail.
Who wouldn't be? It's a terrifying prospect to think about. Prison, the coldness of it, the steel bars, the wedges of cheese hanging overhead.
He asked me for a divorce. I got the house and the kids. He got the tickets. Don't think I didn't put up a fight.
Oh, girls, I have terrible news. I failed my psychology exam. I'm just beside myself.
Oh, Blanche, you look on the bright side. It's just one test.
Oh, this is my midterm.
Can I get you something to drink?
Settlement.
The divorce settlement. Yeah, I got to keep half my self-respect, and she got to keep everything else. Anyway, that's why I had to talk to you. I had to find out how you were doing.
Oh, I'm fine. I'm doing just fine. Maybe I will have just a glass of water.
Television? Well, I don't really watch it. I just pretend it's radio.
We don't exactly watch it either. With our crummy TV, we get 2 channels at once. For a while there, I thought Benson was having an affair with Miss Ellie.
Listen, Mom, we cannot afford a new TV.
This is my seat. You're sitting in my seat.
Excuse me, I didn't know your 80-year-old butt was so sensitive.
I sit in this seat every day. You got no right sitting in my seat.
Relax, I'm moving.
You're always doing this kind of thing. You're never thinking about anybody but yourself.
What are you talking about?
Bye. I'm going to laugh instead.
Well, now, to be honest, it is a little difficult for me. I mean, everything happened so fast. My God, you and Lucas probably haven't even slept together yet.
Blanche, don't be ridiculous. I mean, I know. Please, just do it. Please. Please. Pretty please.
Oh, all right. Don't beg. You sound just like your Uncle Carmine after he'd been away on a goat drive.
So you're not going to tell us what happened?
Nope. Well, Sophia, that's your choice, but I think you're making a mistake.
He figured, that I would be going to them.
That's the way it'll work in the future, when my video camera gets back from the shop.
So tell me, what type of work is it that you need done, Mr.
Toto.
Mr. Toto?
Oh, no, mister. Just Toto. You're Dorothy, and I'm Toto.
I thought you were going to be working.
You don't think playing 3 sets of tennis in this heat is work?
When are you going to get the survey done?
Rose, let me explain something. Now, in this world, there are 2...
Lesson number 1, kiss.
Oh, beautiful Mother Earth! Land, God! How long were we out there?
At least 2 rosaries.
We're lucky to be alive.
And you!
I'm sorry, I think I got my verbs mixed up.
Thanks a lot, lady. So what do you want?
I would like to pawn a few things.
Oh, you got a lot of things here.
Yeah. So, how much will you give me?
$100 for everything.
Oh.
But wait a minute!
Stan, it sounds to me like you're going to extreme measures to make some kind of point here today. Now, why don't you just come out with that point? Come home, Mama Bear. Papa Bear gets so cold sleeping alone.
Couldn't you just medicate him?
I don't know, Dorothy, maybe you're right. I should try to make this relationship work. Okay, I'm gonna go get prettied up, and then I'm going down to the drugstore and get to know more about this man. You know, Bill's likes, Bill's dislikes, Bill's last name.
Blanche, please, that's a stereotype.
Call it whatever you want. I'm just grateful it's true.
Great the way we're all getting along. And Michael and Lorraine didn't seem to bring him back to life.
And it made me realize why, from the time I laid eyes on him till the day he died, there was never another man in my life.
Oh, Blanche, you were never tempted?
Never. Didn't you have your milk delivered?
Yesterday, Kate came to me crying. She was more hurt than I had ever seen her before.
Oh, Dorothy,
Please, I want you to understand what that does to a parent. Seeing your child hurt is worse than any pain you can possibly feel yourself.
When you're younger than you really are. You wear sunglasses, put on a little extra makeup, go to dimly lit restaurants.
We've all done that.
Fly to Nevada to get a fake birth certificate. Have a phony high school yearbook printed up. Change the dates on your parents' graves.
We've all done.
Experience that I wanted to share with my dearest friends.
So what are you doing here?
I just finished a seminar with an encounter group called Realizations.
Realizations. Let me guess. It's a group that promises to remove all emotional blocks, self-denial, and lifelong skipping all through this house so carefree. I could almost hear her laughing. You know, I can almost feel her spirit here. And if I can feel her spirit here, then why is it so ridiculous that Blanche feels the spirit of her flying to a mountain?
That would be a good example of a mishap.
Rose, do me a favor. Fasten your seatbelt. Over your mouth.
Rose, why don't we use our time constructively and work on your eulogy? Now, what are you planning to say, honey?
I don't know. I'll probably time, but I always thought this part of my life was supposed to be for me.
Honey, I understand exactly how you feel. I feel the same way. You know, at our age, we should be grandmothers, not mothers. Once a week, the grandchildren come over for a visit. You cook them dinner, they spill it on the furniture. They hide under your...
Adlai Stevenson and Adlai Stevenson.
Why are there two Adlai Stevensons?
Oh, Blanche, isn't it obvious? He lost twice. Oh, God, it's making sense.
Girls, come on. From the other side of the train, we'll be able to see Lake Lusenbaden.
What's that?
Ma, yesterday you said you were going to pull the weeds.
I said I'd get it done, and it's getting done, so lighten up.
Dorothy, Sophia, come quick!
Oh, my God.
The storm must have knocked it down. Had his eye on me, so I took out your hairspray and gave my hair a final spritz. Only, surprise, it wasn't hairspray. It was mace. You had mace. Your hairspray was mace. I maced myself right there in the police station. Almost.
Mrs. Petrillo, you're under arrest.
Well, all's well that ends well. What? It's the title of a Shakespeare play.
Well, Rose, nothing is well and nothing has ended.
Are you ever going to talk to me again?
Dorothy, what you did was a mean, dirty, underhanded trick.
I had no choice. It was like The Exorcist. I was battling Stan for your soul.
Well, I'm off.
I'm so sorry.
It's Coca-Cola, no? No need to apologize. In Moscow, I stand in line 6 hours.
A detective? You're giving the gift of suspicion?
That's right. He's going to follow Miles everywhere he goes for the next 2 weeks. Oh, and if you really love any of the pictures, you can get them in wallet size.
I can't use this.
No, she would never do anything so repulsive.
So what happened?
Oh, Bobby Joe Porter explained to me that the cigarette part was optional.
Remember that one time you walked in on me, Dorothy?
Oh, yeah. I still remember what you said. Mommy's sick, get help.
Just as soon as the doctor gets
Yeah, but Kirsten lives an hour away from here. We don't want Rose to be alone now.
I'm sorry, those are the rules. But don't worry, your friend is in stable condition.
So why can't we see her?
I said family only.
Look, you have never met this woman's family. They live in a place called St. Olaf.
Francis Farm, I know what I saw. There's a party out
Blanche, I guess we made a mistake.
Honey, look, we'll cancel the party. We'll send everybody home and forget that the whole thing ever happened.
there. Yo, everybody, the party is off. They want us out. But you're all welcome to come back to my place if someone can tell me where it is. Okay.
Wait a minute. What's that?
Oh, I'm sorry. I know it's awful, but I have this incredible sweet tooth.
What is it?
Cheesecake.
What kind?
Chocolate.
Oh, I think this could be the beginning of a beautiful friendship.
Of love. For some strange reason, I find that provocative.
You really ought to date more, Rose. That must be him. All right, honey, why don't you heat up the roll and cool yourself down?
Good evening.
Thank goodness. Everything's all right.
No, except for what I have to tell you.
Oh, it wasn't about the dress?
It was about Rose and Buddy. That business of giving him money has been bothering me, so I decided to do some checking.
Hours are over, ladies. Everybody will have to leave. Well, where do you think you're going?
You said everybody.
Get back in bed. Take care, darling.
Oh, bye-bye. Good night, pussycat.
We see you first thing in the morning, honey.
I hope I can say the same thing.
Dorothy, it'll be fun.
Yeah, come on, be a trooper.
Well, I did once do a production of Showboat in high school, and everyone said I was pretty good.
No one can sing Old Man River like my Dorothy.
Then you're saying you'll do it?
Well,
I'm fine. Don't worry about me. It's all those other people.
Was it some kind of accident? No, don't tell me. If I get upset, I'll eat.
what happened, Rose?
They closed the center.
Not your grief counseling center.
No, the Kennedy Space Center. She wanted to be the first Lutheran on the moon.
Oh, you're out of a joke. Dorothy, Rose, the oddest thing just happened to me at the market. I saw that same young man who was here the other day looking for George. What was his name? David something or other?
What's so odd about that? He was
Librarian saving all the books.
That is amazing. How'd she do that?
She took 2 books in one hand and one in the other and ran like the Dickens.
Your library only has 3 books. What happens when a person's read them all?
I guess we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. Oh, don't worry, Dorothy. It's all gonna work out. Because Bob
Hope won't let us down.
Right.
Rose, I have known you for over 5 years, and in that time, I have heard the most bizarre stories I have ever heard in my entire life. There was Clovis, the 2-headed mule. That happens a lot with people when they retire. Maybe you should talk to him about it.
Maybe you're right.
Hey, everybody, I found the perfect guy to convert the garage. Follow me. Everybody, this is Vincenzo.
Ma, who is Vincenzo?
You're getting there, rest. You're doing fine.
Dr. Jackson, outside call. Dr. Jackson, outside call.
You know why I call you Pussycat, Pussycat?
Why, Ma? Because you only gave me yarn for Christmas?
I'm queen of a ball. Twice. Yeah, but I probably would have anyway. What? I spoke to Big Daddy just yesterday. I see.
It's like a baby.
I don't feel any tingling. When's it gonna hit me?
Oh, I just had a terrible thought. What if in some weird way all this was true and Ma went to jail? Oh, my God.
It's not gonna work. I'm not sharing my room.
Oh, Ma, I'm not thrilled with the arrangement either. But for the 2 weeks that David is here, we'll make do.
Sure, it's easy for you. I'm not the one who snores.
I do not snore.
Please, I'll bet less disgusting noises come out of her.
So bad.
There you go.
You know, Ma, you pick your spots, but in some ways you're very wise. You're not just my mother. You're my best friend. Good night, Ma.
Good night, Pussycat.
For just a few moments.
If I may be so bold, the pantyhose are nice too. At least the hose part.
I can't tell you how happy I am to finally meet you, Isaac.
Why don't you two just run along and we'll catch up with you later?
Blanche.
Dorothy, don't you see that something is happening here?
Yes, it's the beginning of a disaster.
We can start by ruling out the obvious. Does Sophia have any friends who are, or ever have been, circus fire eaters?
No.
Would she like to meet some?
Dorothy, don't you worry now. We'll get to the bottom of this. Lord knows we've worked our way out of tight spots before.
Just put it in a capsule. He said, she never is sarcastic. She takes every word for the exact meaning of that word. She doesn't have any imagination. If you said I could eat a horse, she'd call the SPCA. It was one of those. So I was thrilled to wind up with and then this one.
Pepper got a letter.
She never sent it. She forgets.
I don't forget anything.
Hi, Angela. Hi, Blanche.
No, honey, I'm Blanche.
Doesn't that make it confusing, having 2 Blanches in the same house?
And Angela, honey, wouldn't you like to lie down? You've had a long trip.
I don't want to lie down. I just got here.
Oh, I always get tired after a long...
Oh, babe,
The ones I gave you?
No, sweetheart, the real ones.
Explain it to me again, but...
I think I've got it.
All right, listen. Your silence is deafening. I didn't want to whip this one out, but I have no choice. She's been divorced. You know the rule book. We're talking eternity here.
And are we still on for dinner Thursday night? Yes, but just so there won't be another miss.
Besides this 170 grand? All right, I'll send it back. All of it?
Yes, Ma, all of it.
Okay. I just hope they want it back after an 83-year-old woman rolled around in it naked.
The point I was trying to make is that we have had a lot of great late-night talks right here.
Yeah, and most of them have been about sex.
Oh, well, of course we do talk about sex, but we talk about other...
Rose.
Huh?
Rose, I'd like to have a few words with you alone. I'm sure Buzz won't mind.
I'll wait out on the lanai, pumpkin.
So,
People in it.
Ma, please. If not, I'm going to spend my entire vacation worrying about you.
Dorothy, I'll be fine. Besides, it'll be nice to have the house to myself. I can vacuum in the nude. Now get out of here.
Take care, Sophia. Honey, I'll call you the minute I get to the hotel.
Top mental. My daughter may be no spring chicken, and her jaw might crack when she chews. And she may have noticeable trouble digesting raw vegetables. But one thing she's not is mental.
Thanks, Ma.
I really appreciate everything you're doing for me.
I know that.
I've never been this scared in my life.
Come on. Now, Stanley, you said yourself it's a very common operation.
Still, there's a chance something can go wrong.
There's always a chance.
And when there's a chance of something can go wrong with me, it usually does. The way I figure it, I'm gonna die.
Hey, Tony, when one of you guys gets a chance, would you fix that sign? Seems a little high on one side.
Yeah, sure, Frank. I notice a lot of your students call you Frank.
You don't approve?
Oh, no, on the contrary. I think anything other than "yo teach" is an educational breakthrough.
Well, I just think that formal titles can be very intense.
Mr. Labas, I want to thank you for coming on such short notice.
You're lucky I came at all. I got a horrible cold. I was so dizzy this morning I lost my balance getting out of bed. I guess my equilibrium's shot.
Well, I'm sure you'll feel better once you're up on the roof.
Yeah, well, I really have to say good night now. Thanks for everything.
Why? You didn't get everything.
Hi, Ted.
Hi, Dorothy.
How was your date with Blanche?
I'm sorry, I only date officers.
Norman, would you like to play with the potato head?
Sure. What do you feel like doing?
I wouldn't mind hearing it. Oh.
Rose, shut up. Everybody stay where you are and go to sleep. I have to go to work early in the morning.
Oh, darn, I forgot something.
Go in your pajamas.
No, it's not that. I forgot a...
Yeah! I ate a tuna sandwich on that plate this afternoon.
Stan, I'm never going to forgive you for this. My niece is getting married in the spring. What's her husband going to do? I bet a gravy boat would work in a pier. Adios, everybody wave goodbye. I'm off to Brooklyn. Honey, what are you doing? I'm going back to the old neighborhood. The doctor said it would help if I stirred up some memories.
Ma, you can't go back there alone.
No kidding. I'm 83. I walk to the driveway. It's a coin toss whether I get back. You're coming with me. One for my baby,
I remember.
Ma, you do?
Yeah. I heard a smoke alarm, looked up and saw flames coming out of the heater. Maria was confused. I grabbed her on the hot plate and ran out. It was the heater.
Are you sure?
Sure, I'm sure. It was the heater.
You dig up...
Which one of these necklaces do you think looks better with this dress, this gold chain, or the pearls?
They both look nice, Blanche.
I'm just not sure about the pearls. Do you think pearls nestled in the ample cleavage revealed by my clinging low-cut gown somehow might suggest I'm nothing but a cheap, easy, good time?
That might.
Well, that settles it. Pearls it is.
Wait a minute. My super terrific hearing detects a visitor. It's Mr. Policeman, disguised as Mr. Mailman. Why don't I
You remember the other day when you said you thought it was time that we were friends again? I believe I'm ready to try. Sophia, you were just putting me on about those eels, right?
Please, in Sicily, it wouldn't be Christmas without a plate of eels. Eels and larks.
Larks? Well, honey, larks aren't eating birds, they're singing birds.
They don't sing long in Sicily.
And get this. They said the inspector quit 3 days after the Shady Pines fire. It seems he mysteriously came into some money and moved to an exclusive Palm Beach neighborhood. Do you know what that means?
Rose, of course I know what this means.
Then will you explain it to me?
And that's why you decided not to have the surgery.
No, I figured if I could land myself a doctor, I might as well wait and let him pay for it. Besides, I guess I can live with the lines and the wrinkles and the sagging, as long as I have the three of you to grow old with.
Oh, what a lovely thing to say.
Yeah. You bet, darling. Rose Nyland, if I didn't know better, I might think you were trying to steal my boyfriend.
I'm innocent, Blanche.
Oh, I know it. That's why Gary's dating me.
He's a lewd, horny, oversexed beast with
1908. No, that's not it. But if you ever need a story about jealousy, this one's a pit.
Ma, just go to sleep.
No, I remember. Havana, 1957. No, I was never in Havana.
Ma!
I meant Brooklyn.
Come on, let's dance.
Your daughter is about to leave for the airport. What the hell are you doing out here?
Oh, well, there's still some sun. I thought I might get a little color.
Blanche, this has to be absolutely the dumbest thing you could...
Can it?
Do you mind?
Go right ahead. You won't find anything.
What I believe they refer to as a purse gun. And it's been recently fired.
I don't understand.
And I have to get something off my chest.
I agree. There, that's much better.
Boy, I'll say, okay, let's go.
I am not going anywhere.
Would you girls excuse me? My girdle is killing me.
He's wearing a girdle?
And padded shoulders.
And knowing him, a sock in his crotch.
I guess that's why I feel so insecure about being a wife. I want to be a good wife.
You're really crazy about the guy.
Head over heels in love. I feel like a teenager. He's smart, he's funny, and the best lover I've ever had.
You haven't slept around much.
Let you rest, honey.
Oh, don't go. Seeing you all here makes me know I'm alive.
It's a miracle.
Oh, yes, it is.
Dorothy finally met somebody.
Okay, listen up. I've got man trouble, and I need advice from someone with experience.
I'll be happy to
I
help.
hear you're a tramp, Rose.
Mama was right. Word gets around fast.
You know, I've been dating this guy for a couple of days, and I really like him.
Found in the personals. Last call for all those who graduated from East Miami High class of 52. Don't miss our 40th reunion party.
What does that have to do with us?
Well, look, Rose, you know you missed your high school reunion because you didn't feel well. Here's your chance to go to one. And for Darlet. Oh, Rose, I'm sore because I was using your exocycle.
I'm talking about this picture.
Oh, my God. Where did you find this? Oh, I'm so embarrassed. My hair, it looks like a helmet.
Blanche!
It's all bunched up and...
And Angela, where did you get this chicken?
The garage. I guess this means no live entertainment with dessert.
Contract instead of an ID bracelet. Of course I mean Rocco.
I think he's kind of cute.
He is not cute. He is a bad influence. Ever since Ma started seeing him, she's on the phone all day. She stays up all night. Yesterday, she came home with NyQuil on her breath and his surgical stockings in her pocket.
But it's true. It really is. I died and went to heaven. Well, it wasn't actually heaven proper. It was somewhere on the outskirts.
You died and went to a suburb of heaven?
No, it was an enormous train station. Like Grand Central, only cleaner.
Girls, I've got big news. I found something Melissa and I can do together. I have entered her in the Little Miss Miami pageant, and we're a cinch to win, aren't we? Hit it, sweetheart.
Hi, my name's Melissa, and I'm 5 years old.
Holly Brothers.
That was all true. To this day, I get flushed every time I pass the jungle gym.
Oh, come on, Blanche. That story is no truer than the one you told about you and Buzz in the lunar...
What a night. Doesn't it feel as though we just woke from a dream? You know, it really has been like Shakespeare with magic and moonlight and the wrong people falling in love. I mean, what does Puck say in the last speech from...
What do you say we help Dorothy move her things, okay?
Okay. Gee, this is fun already, being roomies with you two. Blanche, I am so sorry. Oh, I'll buy you another one.
Well, you can't. That was one of a kind. Oh, no, well, don't feel...
Strudel was our little pet name for sex.
Wow, you were mad.
You bet. But I decided one mistake shouldn't erase the memories of all the good times or how much we loved each other. Don't throw George's memory away.
Excuse me, Blanche Devereaux?
I'm Blanche Devereaux.
Blanche, my pet, I'm afraid there's been a terrible mistake. This gentleman thinks I stole your car.
My car? You stole my car?
Borrowed, precious.
That's his story, but I know what happens with older folks like yourself.
Prejudiced that we actually felt that way?
You bought into it, didn't you? Hey, I didn't invent Kid Pepe. I just conformed to your image of a simple-minded Hispanic fighter. Well, I am a Cuban. But hath not a Cuban eyes? Hath not a Cuban hands, organs, dimensions, senses,
Maybe I made a mistake, but I don't think I did anything so terrible.
Well, I do. There is a sweet, innocent man in there whose heart is going to get broken because you decided to use him in one of your little petty games.
Rose, that's only one side of it. Look at the other side. He did get to kiss me.
Yes, just a sea view and plenty of privacy. Isn't that right, darling?
No, Daddy didn't.
Excuse me, I'll call you back. Blanche, I'm not sure I want to see you. I reckon you spoke your piece already.
Daddy, I've been thinking, and I think I'm starting... At least something good came out of that horrible night.
Hello.
Hangs in her mouth. Sometimes baying at the moon. Now her dying scares me. But there's a good part to being scared. You get to know who your friends are. They're the ones who help you not be scared. Maybe that's what Aunt Gretchen was trying to even look like ourselves.
What's your point?
Ma, you are not helping matters. We are trying to think of a way we can make ourselves look better for that party.
Okay, let me think. It's too bad we're not back home. There's no place like Sicily.
Why do you say that, Sophia?
Because in Sicily I could solve this whole problem.
Before my father finished the sentence.
You married your father?
My father told Stan that he had to marry me. I was pregnant.
You had a blow-gun wedding?
If you live in the Amazon...
Enormous lips.
Anyway, Ma told me that once I started shaving, I'd never be able to stop. I mean, she said I'd regret it for the rest of my life because my legs would have bristles.
I was right. By the time you were 16, I could grate cheese on your knees.
Friday will be fine.
Thank you for your help.
You know, as long as you're here, have you given any thought to planning ahead for your own final farewell?
Well, not yet, but when I do, I intend to go out with a bang.
And she means that.
Oh, a beauty queen. And you will waste no more of my time.
Oh, yeah?
Go easy on him, Rose.
What a terrible man.
I know. But listen, let's not let him ruin our evening. We can still enjoy all this art.
Dorothy's right.
And a bitter divorce.
And possibly given birth to reasonably attractive children.
It does seem like the right thing to do. I'm comfortable with Buddy. I mean, everything seems so natural. It's easier.
George liked red. I thought I looked terrible, but the pictures came out fine. Oh, that must be him. How do I look, girls?
Nervous.
Oh, I am nervous. My heart's just pounding away.
Just take a deep breath.
I always take a deep breath before I greet a man.
Thing to do.
I'm off to see Miles. Oh, I hope he's all right.
I'll go with you, Rose. Agnes needs me now. Goodbye, Dorothy. If I'm not home soon, that probably means Agnes is dead. And if Agnes is dead, you killed her. And if you killed her, that makes you a murderer.
Sophia is shy?
In an obnoxious sort of way. Look, Angela, I have to get you and Ma to end this. Not for you, not for me, for Phil. I realize now that I was wrong not doing it while he was still alive. Now, come on. Angela, take the first step. What is it going to take? I seem to be clear.
He must have asked her out this century.
Where? Fine. Fine. All right. Bye-bye.
What did he say?
He said that he has something important he wants to talk about.
Well, my plan with the truck drivers didn't work, thanks to little Miss Straight-Laced here. So I have been in every front yard in a 6-block radius getting these penny savers from the paper boys.
She was a woman possessed, Dorothy. Caught some on the fly, scaled a couple of roofs, and she had a brilliant idea how to avoid guard dogs.
You made her whopped it off at the newspaper office.
Dorothy, you told me exactly what you wanted me to do a dozen times. Any idiot could have done it.
I know, honey, but you were the only one going downtown. Are you sure that you dropped it off at the newspaper office?
Yes, 6 people already called while you were out. Hey, give that to me. I'll try and find it for you.
Don. In Queens, it's called shotgun.
Well, maybe that's why he left, because you forced him into it.
Rose, he left me 38 years later for a stewardess that he met on a business trip to Hawaii. It was her first flight. They said on arrival, give the passengers a lay. She got... place is incredible.
Yes, it's the hangout for Miami's literary intelligentsia.
Thank you.
Lasagna or cannelloni?
Oh, Ma makes great lasagna. I can never get mine to taste as good. She says it's because I don't sing to my marinara sauce. That's her secret. She sings opera to her sauce. Except, of course, during the holiday season when she sings Nat King Cole.
You're going to give that kind of money to a guy who makes $2 an hour watching umbrellas?
That's a good point. Besides, there's no ID in here. Now, what if we put a notice in the newspaper? And after a certain amount of time, if nobody claimed the wallet, then we could...
Split it. Then we could split it. I know that is what I would want people to do if I lost my wallet.
Blanche, why is this a story about acceptance?
Oh, because years later, to get back at me, Kathy Lee slept with my daddy. That was something I had to accept.
It was Rusty who pulled us all to safety. He even dashed back in the burning building to rescue Scruffy, our cat, whom he never really liked. Yes, sir, he was a real hero. Oh, if only he hadn't gone back in for the TB. He was a
Apples and big old cod pieces.
Blanche, how do you make it through an omelet?
78, yes. 64, yes. 81, yes.
Now, what are you doing?
Reading the obituaries and checking out the people who died younger than I am now.
Sleep on a hard wooden bench. I don't think I have ever been this depressed in my entire life.
Me, Stan. Look, I know it's late, but I had to come by. I have awesome news.
Dating someone over 12?
Ma, that's not nice. Is that it, Stanley?
No. Congratulate me, everyone. I'm getting hitched.
Oh, that's wonderful. Well, congratulations, Stan.
Tell us all. Survived a slight stroke, which left her, if I can be frank, a complete burden.
Why don't we all go out to the kitchen and get something to drink?
That sounds good. Say, have you ladies known Blanche for a long time?
Oh, yes. You're in luck. She just loves policemen. Yes, we have. I'm sorry, but my travel agent said it would be easier if we prepaid everything.
Believe me, it is.
What do we do now?
We have no choice. We have to stay.
Oh, goody! Now, look, ladies, you need anything, anytime, day or night. You call me.
Well, we can't. The phone is dead.
Well, there's plenty of stations.
Oh, my nose.
Ma, quit listening at the door. I'm flying my mother's sister, Angela, over from Sicily.
And she's bringing the surprise?
Unattractive.
Yes.
Worn out.
Yes.
Useless.
What's your point, Swin?
My point is, well, I was just hoping that maybe you're tired of people like Floyd who don't appreciate you. And maybe you're...
Gomorrah Rose. It was a very pleasant place over on Biscayne Bay.
I told you I didn't want to hear
And
about
I told you I didn't want to talk about it. Good night.
Good night.
Maybe I'll have something.
Take an awful long time?
Oh, I don't mind. I'm a very patient person. I once waited 2 whole weeks for a sty to go away. Every night I'd close my eyes and I'd picture it getting smaller and smaller. And one morning I woke up and it was gone.
You're gonna take all the guff I got and you're gonna like it.
No, like it.
All right, everybody, now shut the hell up. I'm in charge here. From now on, everyone listens to me.
Why should we listen to you?
Because I happen to be the most decorated pioneer scout in the history of northern Minnesota. I can build a 100-foot rope bridge. St. Olaf.
Blanche, what was all that stuff with Harry? You know, the man has not dated since his wife died.
Well, you can't spend your whole life in mourning, especially when you're the most eligible bachelor in town.
In Sicily, we have a simple rule. If your husband dies, you wait 20 years or until you grow a mustache.
And Marv and I were talking, and you know how persuasive he can be. And he said that I should, and I thought that, well, he's the lawyer, and that's what I'm paying him for, so why don't you?
Why don't I what?
Just sign. It's nothing big. It's a little prenuptial...
Fine, thank you. Goodbye.
Has Kirsten left yet?
I was talking to her husband. He's staying with the girls, and she's on her way.
Thank God. Oh, I still can't believe it. They're not going to let us in to see Rose.
I brought some food.
I mean, this is ridiculous.
Tell me about it. $11.50 for coffee and donuts?
Ma, where'd you get the money for this?
What did you do?
Well, I just had the test, and then I had a nice long talk with myself about being with so many men, and now when I'm with a man, now I know his complete history, and we take all the necessary precautions. I just wanted you to know, I understand this is not an easy time.
Thank you, Blanche.
Mrs. Barnett?
Let me guess, New Jersey?
Rose, I can't pretend, even on New Year's Eve. The truth is, I recently lost my beloved wife. She's gone. And it's on nights like this...
I just hate the idea of a yard sale, but if you're really trying to get rid of your stuff, well, I'll take it off your hands for, say, $50.
Okay, but a deal's a deal. I don't want to hear you say you didn't get your money's worth just because something doesn't fit right, or smells bad, or makes strangers look at you and giggle.
Actually, tease and tickle. Actually, tease, tickle, and spank. Actually...
Blanche.
I'm sorry. What was I talking about?
About teasing me because you love me.
Oh, in the end, anyhow, what's it matter?
Yeah. I mean, what does it matter? If you know that you're going to end up dying anyway, you might as well do what you want to do.
Like having ice cream on the chocolate cake.
You know, I knew someone who went to this fabulous restaurant in Paris and just had watercress for lunch. Yesterday, it was the 12th annual. Sunrise, sunset, sunrise.
Dorothy, now cut it out. What are we going to do?
We'll figure out some arrangements. We always make do. Besides, everything will work out fine as long as I do not have to sleep with Rose.
Me? Why don't you want to sleep with me?
So hi, Ma.
Well, hello there. You guys ready for bed already?
Yeah, I guess we are.
We're very tired.
Yeah, we took care of a lot of odds and ends around the house today. What did you do, Ma?
What did I do today? What I do every day.
Your tits? You don't suppose they... Nah.
Please. Just because a man's in a wheelchair doesn't mean he can't satisfy a woman.
What do you know about this, Ma?
Picture it. Sicily, 1914. A man...
Familiar with the big gun.
Here goes. Embrace me, my sweet embraceable you. Embrace me, you.
One day soon, Mrs. Blanche Devereaux were to become Mrs. Blanche Devereaux.
I'll alert the mailman. Good night, pussycat. You have nothing to worry about.
Ma, be good.
I promise.
You're good.
You're having a bumper crop.
And I'm expecting more rain.
How you just stop that?
Blanche, think about it. Would it really be so bad if you and Jerry just had a platonic relationship?
Rose, I already have friends I don't have sex with. You guys.
Absolutely, Rose. That one's even more popular in Europe than it is here.
I met a beautiful young Sicilian aerobics instructor, gorgeous eyes, angelic mouth, and behind it must have been made on a Saturday because even the good Lord himself would want to take a day off to admire it.
The purchase was still in escrow. Doesn't matter anyway. No one's going to see this dress.
What do you mean?
According to Sicilian custom, I can't get married unless I have you-know-who's blessing.
Who?
Dick Clark! Dorothy, you idiot.
Dorothy, your mother?
Are you? Who did she do this to? Dorothy, what's happening?
Oh, Blanche, don't you see we were supposed to look after her? We knew that she gets hot at weddings. She was counting on us.
You don't look after me when I get hot.
That's because I also have a day job.
Here's the...
Why not? It's all over between us. He'll know that tonight.
It's impossible. I feel like a
backstabbing slut?
No. Then please, how you feeling?
She's going to be just fine, only this time she's going to follow the doctor's orders.
What about you, Dorothy? You must be exhausted being here by yourself all night.
I wasn't alone. Stan came by and stayed with me, brought me food, held me, showed me that special part of himself.
Right there in the waiting room? Months.
Years. Look, I agree with everything you're trying to say, but it is not that simple. The woman is my mother, and right now she needs my attention.
Why don't you just tell her how you feel? She'll understand.
You honestly think so?
Sonia, but not for me. For me, in my mind, they'll always be here.
Oh, nay.
Many times I've experienced that.
Your loins have been on fire?
Yes. She melted in the...
Where exactly?
Oh,
what is it?
Oh, nothing. I'm all right. I'm fine.
No, you are not, and I'm tired of watching you suffer.
That's what Daddy said to our horse, old Toby, when he broke his leg. Then he shot him.
Partner dancing, up close and personal. Rose, what I didn't tell you was, when I was 5, Mama enrolled me in a tap dancing class. For 6 months we practiced. 1 hour a day, 2 days a week. And I was good. I was cute and I was good. Real good.
Not now, Blanche. Dorothy, I know you've done the right thing. In the animal kingdom, the whole idea is to teach offspring to fend for themselves. Humans are the only ones who think it's their duty to care for children their entire lives.
You know, Rose, sometimes...
With me, she couldn't possibly have put that banana in your tailpipe.
It'll be an honor to serve.
Guess what? I spoke with Harry this morning, and he said we can keep one of the puppies.
No!
I can't believe...
me without my toupee.
I guess that's it.
Do you mind if I use a phone?
You already used my daughter. You didn't ask for my permission.
There's a phone in the living room.
Thanks. Hi.
Okay, I know what it looks like.
Standing on the balcony of the Von Trapp home, listening to artillery shells bursting in the distance, and you come running on from upstage, okay?
Okay. You ready?
Yes.
The Nazis are coming! The Nazis are coming! Everybody, grab a gun and go to the basement. Come on!
Oh, they have a name for people who quit. They call them quitters.
Don't let them call you that, Rose. You make them stick to idiot.
You know, being at the birthing center today brought back vivid memories of when I delivered Rebecca. It was so wonderful.
Willie Stevenson and Adlai Stevenson.
Why are there two Adlai Stevensons?
Oh, Blanche, isn't it obvious he lost twice? Oh, God, it's making sense.
Girls, come on. From the other side of the train, we'll be able to see Lake Lusenbaden.
Well, what's that?
When she gets off the phone, we're going for lunch. I'm tired of listening to these lousy Mother's Day stories.
Sophia, don't you have a Mother's Day story?
I said I was tired of listening to lousy Mother's Day stories. I wouldn't mind telling a good one. Picture, Brooklyn, 1957. The second Sunday in May. Dorothy had gone to pick up my mother, and I was getting the house ready.
Oh, come on. Now, Blanche, you're behaving just as crazy as we are. It's just a coincidence.
Ladies and gentlemen, be sure your seat belts are securely fastened in preparation for the takeoff. And if anyone found a big bolt, please return it to me. It came off the bibs.
Now, we realize that the hospital has rules and you have to try to uphold those rules, but you have to realize that this is a very special case. So I'm going to quote from the Bible just to show you how determined we really are. Now, the good book says,
Gums.
Oh, I thought I gave it to them for colic. In their bottles. Well, my babies were very happy.
Put it in my bottle. I'll be happy too.
Look at this, pop-ups. Isn't that wonderful? Remember when...
Hondo, I miss him too.
Everybody.
Blanche, are you okay?
I stopped crying a couple of hours ago.
When she knows. It makes it a lot easier sharing a history together. It helps knowing each other's idiosyncrasies. I don't think Stan and I would ever have gotten together had I known that his entire family smells their fingers all day after they eat chicken.
Better be off. Good night, Blanche.
Good night, Jerry. Brother just came into town, and unless I can find a date for him so we can double, why, the whole evening's gonna be called off. So what do you say? Would you please be a friend and go out with him?
Sure, I'm game.
Next time, Sophie. Dorothy, what do you say?
Oh, honey, I'd really love to go, but as you can see, I'm busy.
Busy? You're playing
Butter, we may have to grease the doorway to get the three of you out of here.
Come on, Ma, you expect me to believe that? Promise me you won't drive.
About. In Sicily, 4 in a bed is a treat. It means half your family is on vacation. I slept with my 2 brothers until I was 17. I was engaged to one for a very short period of time. But that's a separate story.
And down, pass it around, 2 bottles of beer on the wall. Well, I'm off to bed.
2 bottles of beer? Rose, you got all the way to 2 bottles of beer and you quit?
Just drives you nuts, doesn't it, Dorothy?
Oh, what a wonderful ride home. I bet there must have been a million.
I lost my heart, and I opened my wallet. Oh, the expensive gifts and the fancy dinners and the weekends in Mykonos. I even wore one of those tiny Speedo swim suits. Shows all of your...
You call that wrestling, you pansy? If you can't take a crotch slam like a man, get out of the business.
This is great, just great. You and me watching television together. Hey, you know, there's a great basketball game on 7.
I said it was all right.
Hi there.
Dropped it off at the newspaper office.
Dorothy, you told me exactly what you wanted me to do a dozen times. Any idiot could have done it.
I know, honey, but you were the only one going downtown. Are you sure that you dropped it off at the newspaper office?
Yes, 6 people already called while you were out. Hey, give that to me. I'll try and find it for you.
A lullaby.
Well, sort of. Mr. Sandman.
Oh, I don't know, Rose.
Dorothy, come on. It's worth a try. It's either we sing or he sings.
All right.
Boom. Boom.
And each other.
Rose, we both answered an ad to share Blanche's house that we found in the supermarket. It was not the resurrection. It is hardly a miracle.
To me, it was a miracle because we're happy. It's not fair, you know. I mean, we get married, we have kids.
This, you lied to me.
No, I didn't lie. I'm telling you now.
I'm getting out of here.
No.
Yeah, let go of me.
No, you gotta listen. Please, you have to listen to me.
Listen to what? Listen to what? How your wife doesn't understand you? How you stayed because of the children?
I did stay for the children. My wife would have moved them back.
The Pope is saying a mass on his stop over here. Ma got 2 tickets. We're going together. Oh, a papal mass is something people wait a lifetime for.
Whoops.
Whoops. Is that Pope related or just another bark in the kennel?
The Pope, I traded our 2 bad tickets way in the back.
Mom, I think we should talk.
Oh, why don't we just forget about it?
I don't want to forget about it.
Okay, then I forgive you. I know it wasn't your fault.
Mom, you've got to stop pretending I'm some kind of perfect angel. I'm not. I make mistakes. And what I did the other night was one of them.
After we were married, I told George that the only thing that could have made that evening more romantic was if we'd had candles and wine and a big blanket. So on our 10th anniversary, George fired up the old Packard and we drove along the same... In fact, I'm hoping her interviews go well so she can transfer to a college here and I can see her more often.
I was never close with any of my nieces. They all became nuns. It's hard to shop for a nun at Christmas.
Oh, my God, I can't believe it. I can't believe it.
What?
A rat!
A rat?
It wasn't a rat. It was a cute little
संग पिल्लू के मुझे सपनी संग पिल्लू के मुझे सपनी संग पिल्लू के मुझे सपनी संग पिल्लूगा तुझ्यासाठी माझ्या बच्चागो तुझ्यासाठी सांग बच्चागो तुझ्यासाठी मी काय करू आता खरंच ग जीव तुला बघून लागतोय जीव तुला बघून लागतोय सांग पिल्लू ग तुझ्यासाठी काय करू सांग पिल्लू ग तुझ्यासाठी काय करू सांग पिल्लू ग तुझ्यासाठी काय करू अगं देना ग नंबर लवकर कपलेशा झाली सुरू लवकर भास्करा झाली सुरू सांग पिल्लू ग